Next D&D game, I'm playing as Tracer. Fuck you guys.
Fine, I'll be back.
Alright, so you guys walk into the doors.
Hey, they're legends. What's up?
Inside there are 4 tall Eladrin men, and as Elliot and the rest of you kind of walk into the hall, they all just kneel to you guys and just don't say anything.
I hug one.
Which one?
The one on to the left as I walk in.
Thus meaning the one on the right I should bully.
Lord giveth and Lord taketh.
So you just kind of wrap your arms around him, and he looks a little surprised. And he brings his left arm up and kind of gives you like a little pat.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Takes about the 40 million times these people have obviously died before.
Don't say it, man. Don't bully me.
I'm not saying that out loud. Gail just thinks that in his head.
You guys see that off to the right and left there are 2 more doors, and there's one straight ahead of you guys.
How fancy are these doors? Should we take another
They're
one? They're
quite fancy. They're
oh no.
They've got all these like elven intricacies. They got like little leaf patterns and like these little swirling designs.
Neat.
We need to still want someone way out of the Feywild, and Yaddle doesn't have to put doors anymore. He can have a fancy door.
Okay, that's nice. That's gonna be fun in the edit.
You should highlight it and make it its own video.
It's a whole own video.
What was that?
Samurai.
That was Sam returning. Sam, I hope you know this is recorded.
This song is
Everything you
called
say.
Spellbound.
This is broadcast on live television.
Yeah.
Everything you say will be
Spellbound is filmed in
used
front of a
and
live
held against you.
Don't Mirandize him. If you're gonna do it, let's do
I
it.
wish we were filmed in front of just Kramer.
Just Kramer. Hey,
Have you guys ever seen
Jerry?
Harmon Quest?
I think, yeah.
Which is actually D&D
Made
for
by
a live
Harmon.
studio audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
I
man.
couldn't find a
Isn't
lot of
that also
episodes.
just Acquisition Incorporated?
I saw the latest one. I was really mad. I was not pleased.
Yeah, there was like an after show of the latest one.
No, and then in the newest Acquisition Incorporated, he got they're switching DMs. Chris Perkins doesn't do it anymore.
Wait, what? The new one? What?
Chris Perkins did this, like, they just released one like this week.
Oh.
And Chris Perkins is the DM, but then like halfway through, he's like, now we're swapping out for this other guy who's gonna finish the adventure. It's been like a good 15 years. Time to leave.
It would have been better if he just like fucking like pushed over the DM screen and just fucking says he quits. Just leaves us just live for like 20 minutes while like the people on the camera are like calling people desperately. Just, dude, fuck this person
Mercer,
just
come
left.
DM.
Dude just fucking left.
Get Matt down here! I don't care where he is, just get Matt down here!
Wake him up, they like run downstairs, hit like a cryopod, and some like Ivan Drago looking dude walks out.
The steam comes out and Matt Mercer emerges.
No, it's Gary Gygax, the original.
they unfreeze Gary Gygax.
I have been summoned.
Why?
The die hath been cast.
He comes out with a like a silver and gold D20.
A red and blue one. It's like the red and blue pill.
Yeah.
He holds out his hand and says, red pill, blue pill.
Okay.
I'd ask the guards what each door leads to. If it's not obvious, like, is there a sign above the doors saying cafeteria?
Cafeteria.
The guard looks kind of startled at that. Oh, just gonna put you back over next time. He says, to the left is the armory and the quarters, and to the right is the High King's quarters.
And what's forward?
He says the throne room.
Oh. Are we allowed stuff from the armory?
says, the armory is rather empty.
What a disappointment.
Oh, some cool armor.
Why is the armory empty?
He says, it was robbed not too long ago.
By whom? Who robbed the armory?
He says, agents of the beast.
Ah. That makes sense.
Agents? Aw.
I'm gonna hold up the glove. Do you mean like this, or
Like, what?
I have the anti-magic glove? I'm curious.
What'd you ask again? What'd
Do
you
you
say?
mean like this? I'm gonna hold up the anti-magic glove, or
He doesn't seem to recognize it. He just kind of gives you a blank look.
They're not a part of them? We should probably go to the High King's quarters, right? Since you're the High King, right, Elliot?
Elliot kind of looks back and forth for a second. He says, I kind of want to go see the throne room.
Yeah, you're right. You gotta get the crown. It's probably in there, dude.
Yeah.
He nods and he's looking around at the like super high ceiling and like kind of taking it all in. As you walk up, these two will sort of go over to the doors and they'll unlock them, or they will probably be locked to just open them.
Absolute lads. What have we got here?
Hey.
People.
Hey. It's the Blossom Lady.
Wait, hold up.
We need to slap her. Do it! Guys, we got this. There's only 5 chairs.
Julian starts sweating profusely.
He pulls out a handkerchief and starts just like dabbing his forehead.
Guys, I'm gonna need me. I'm gonna step outside for a second. Whew. Is that worth it, Goose?
You okay, Julian?
Guys, I've never seen her before. What? That's.
is that at Blossom Lady? Or
By the token, it seems like that.
I like the symbol on the ground. That looks cool. Is this like an actual giant person, or is this like some type of statue? Are you just making the tokens bigger to appear?
They're bigger than you. They're bigger than you because you're children.
Makes sense. That's
The proportions are a little bit off, so
Well,
anything
actually,
that's
Elysia
like,
should be like massive because.
yeah, here Elysia is.
And she has to be long, like a 1x2. There we are.
Why is it like that?
because she's 6'2" as a child. That's like a
I
10-year-old
definitely
child.
do my best to stay at the back of the pack. I'm saying right, man.
I'm gonna let Elliot lead because he technically gets to
Don't
lead.
we still have our different fears?
Yes.
Yes, you do.
It's a good thing I don't see any animals.
Do you fear animals? Is Dorian still hiding in the hat?
I have a
The
question.
others who
yeah,
have the
you would be.
Does she count as being flowers for Elysia?
Oh, definitely, she's made of flowers.
Elysia's nightmare come to life.
Lisa's gonna hang in the back with Julian.
So,
Yeah, you guys walk into this room, and it's this big, high vaulted ceiling room with this lovely little rug sort of set up before you with this tree insignia kind of carved and woven into it. Up on a dais, there are these 5 chairs. One of them has these sort of like antler and wood sort of amalgamation, sort of stretching all around it into this beautifully intricate design. And behind that, the walls sort of give way to open air, and there's sort of this like balcony overlooking the sort of waterfalls surrounding the castle. Standing in this room are 2 more of the Summer Eladrin guards who were in the other room. There's 6 dryads who are these sort of women made of these like green cascading leaves. There are 2 other Eladrins standing to the right and the left, and then there is a lady made out of pink cherry blossoms, sort of standing in the middle, greeting you guys with a warm smile.
So, Elliot, you're the king. Have fun.
Good luck, Elliot. There's a door too close to you, though.
So Elliot kind of looks back at you, gives you like a half-hearted wink, and he kind of makes his way up to the Blossom Lady, and she kind of strides forward towards him, and you guys can hear her say, "Welcome, High King," and she gets down on her knee and holds out her hands, and sort of appearing before her are 5 crowns. They sort of seem like in league with the spacing of the thrones up here, and she, after she kneels, she takes the middle crown, and she walks up to Elliot and she puts it on his head.
And Elliot flies away.
Oh, hell yeah.
He kind of like pulls his hair out of the crown so it kind of lays over it like it does for his headband. And the Blossom Lady says to him, "Go now and name your fellow kings and queens." And he kind of takes the 4 remaining crowns, like by ringing 2 through his arms, and he turns back towards you guys.
I have a feeling I can guess all 4. Sorry.
He says, "Who wants some?"
I raise my hand.
Does he just stack all 5 on his head?
So he's got the 1 on his head, and then he's basically looped his arms through 2 of them on each arm.
Nah, bro.
He's kind of dangling them there.
High King 5 crown, that's what they call him.
Oh god, why is it brown? Like, I'm fine with that, but that's really weird.
I'll hide behind the turtle.
Brown?
I'll take one. I don't see why not.
He better pick
So you
wisely.
guys, if you guys look in the handouts, all the crowns are there, and you guys can basically debate which one of you gets which crown.
Oh, they're effect crowns.
Okay, to be fair, I won't come to the wind.
Charisma. Crown of Might raises strength.
Oh, Crown of Might sounds useful to me.
I could use the crown of swiftness, probably. Especially
I already have a fancy sword, though, so I feel like I should get a crown.
well,
guess
then technically, yeah.
above the max of 20, I'm guessing.
These can go above the max of 20.
Honestly, Leku probably doesn't really want to be crowned, but like, if you guys want to dump a crown on me, it'd probably be best for the mind one.
I mean,
Does
Might one
any-
will allow Yodel to actually fight with the fucking the magic sword he has without, having to transform.
I want the
Wait,
swift
yours
one because
requires intelligence? Oh, you said might, not mind. Okay.
So Gale, you take the crown of the Swift.
unless anyone else wants it badly, but kind of dex based.
I have some.
But only dex based, you and Dante.
Yeah.
Burp.
So it's up to you two.
Yeah.
Like, oh, a +2. That'd be pretty good.
I mean, if someone else wants the Crown of Might, they can take it, but I kind of would like to wield the Libra Blade without
It would
having
probably
to
be
transform.
smart for you to have the Libra Blade, in all honesty.
Yeah, like, we're giving the crown of might to Yertle, like no one else uses strength.
I'll
Yeah.
duct tape the crown to my straw hat.
Alright, so- Yertle, you walk up to Elliot, and Elliot kind of holds the crown, and he's not tall enough currently to put it on your head, so he kind of like gestures for you to.
Lean
Cock
down.
squat.
Yeah, I'll lean down and everything until my
says-
shell stops me.
Yertle, we've known each other for a long time now, and you're a guy who can smoke a pretty fat blunt. And he puts the crown on your head.
Best crowning ceremony ever.
Nice.
I play rock paper scissors with this guard.
Just hiding behind, like, Bob the door, and I'll put Yertle there to obscure.
Just, yeah, what's up, man? How you doing? It's pretty right? New kings, new queens?
He's kind of taken aback by you talking to him, and he just kind of, like, flusteredly tries to respond.
That's alright, I don't want to interrupt the ceremony, I'm sorry, I'm rude. Don't mind me.
Hey, no.
Alright, so there's still the crown of the soul, the crown of the swift, and the crown of the mind.
There is.
I might yeet that crown of Swift from Gale. I think I'm gonna yeet it from him.
That boy has
Let's
enough
be
decks.
real here.
Let's be
Also,
real, yeah, he doesn't need it.
from a role playing standpoint, who knows Elliot more? Me
You're right.
or Gale?
Dante.
Let's be real here.
I like how you're doing like a rally.
I'm running
Dante.
for the position
My
of
fellow
the
humans.
Swift.
My fellow children of Earth. Now we all know Elliot. But does Elliot know all of us?
Right?
What the fuck?
Okay, get it off.
Let's be real here. Who knows him more?
Guys,
You're kind and trusting Dante or Gale?
Oh, what's this?
The main shit I use is like intelligence and dexterity.
Then you could take the crown of mind. And Dante gets the Dex crown. Because there's no charisma crown.
There is, but
and let's be real, Elysia would be his queen.
Oh. The
Has it
charisma
been a-
crown is the high crown. So yeah.
didn't we get along?
Because I could go for a charisma stat boost because
I love a charisma stat boost. You know me. We're on the set. We'll crack it in half.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm gonna put 2 crowns on.
Oh no!
So you're going to nick the crown of Swift and Mind before Dante can nick the crown
I am the yeast of thoughts and
Swift, eh?
mind.
No, Dante can get Swift. I'll take the mind.
Get Swifty.
Phil Swift here.
Oh no!
I feel like I'm still missing a lot of context.
Not that much.
So Dante, you walk up to Elliot, and similar to Yertle, he gestures for you to kind of kneel down.
Alright. I do that.
He says, Dante, the boys go way back.
Yes, they do.
And he kind of looks between Gale, Yertle, you, and Julian. And he says, you and I got up to plenty of hijinks. I like your knives.
I do
It's like really weird haikus.
Snowing on Mount Fuji.
Elliot can only speak Nike.
It's raining on my feet.
And he puts the crown on your head.
Oh no!
I mean, I'd step up to get a crown, but there's kind of a fucking flower lady there.
I will guide you there.
Just walk. You know, you'll get there eventually.
Yertle grab your hand and shoulder and guide you to this land.
You'll just pick me up.
Yeah, just carry you
Just
there.
hoist me, bro.
Just hoist me.
me.
Hoist me, my matey.
Well, now that he has the crown of might, I'm sure he could.
You can repeat tree strength once more. I'll hoist this motherfucker
Woo.
and take her to get her crown.
Alright, so you just kind of lay Elysia before Elliot.
Yeah.
She'll just like open her eyes and just stare like directly at like Elliot's chest.
He has to kind of jump to put the crown on your head because you're very tall.
Dunk it.
I mean, she'll kneel if he like.
I mean, even still, you're pretty tall. Elliot's not a tall kid; he's a short kid.
Oh, is he one of those kids who get like tall later on in life?
He had a spurt.
Like,
Yeah.
like normal people.
I didn't know you too well, and then we fucked at prom. So here you go. And he puts the crown on your head.
Thanks.
So you wanted the crown of mind?
I guess. I mean, it just seemed like the one everyone was arguing about.
I mean, you could have took the crown of soul, which improves your wisdom.
Yeah, but we all know I'm not wise. Let's get Bob. Let's have Bob do it.
Bob the Wise.
Yeah.
Well, does Dorian use like a crown?
Like, Dorian's in my hat!
And do we have to be
also go,
children
like,
of
take-
Earth to be crowned? Like, can Gale
Yeah.
be crowned since he's from the fucking Gale zone?
I'll quickly, like, bow back down, but take off the hat while there's the crown on. So, Dorian's there.
Okay, you don't want Dorian to get the...
The balls?
It's Dorian a kid. Wait, Dorian should have been
Dorian's
a
a
kid.
kitten hiding in my hat. Oh, like... do that.
It's not a special kitten token, but Dorian is a kitten, actually. He's like a little baby.
Oh, I thought he was normal sized the whole time.
Alright,
Well,
so
sure,
there's five of
and-
you. There's 5 of you and 1 crown left.
I don't wanna. You go for it, Leku.
Dorian?
Wisdom?
Yeah, why
Like,
not?
you need some wisdom in your life.
Crap. I probably either Gale or Bob, but I don't... I feel bad not having Gale at least say whether or not he wants it.
Just give it to Gale. I don't care.
Yeah, we know Jeff. He'd
Okay.
want it.
Elliot has Gale kneel, and he says, I saw you fought a tiger one time, and that was pretty cool. Okay,
Oh, yeah,
and,
that
then he puts the crown on your head.
Okay.
Okay.
What?
Alright, so the Blossom Lady kind of glides out of the way, and she gestures to the 5 seats.
What?
I can't get closer.
Ventilate.
You have to circumnavigate.
Elliot, if you close your eyes, Elliot will take you by the hand.
How romantic.
How romantic. Dies.
Oh god.
Wait, what side is the mic crown meant to be on?
I
Fuck.
just wing it.
I have no
Okay,
idea.
so
Elliot just
Oh.
kind of pushes Alesia into one of the chairs, and he sits in the big one.
So, one
we
thing
totally
we
should have
gotta do-
shared it.
one thing I would like to just put to the group is, can we never have Gale or anyone activate that anti-fucking magic zone again, ever again?
I won't sit in the chair, but I'll
That's of
put
his knees.
Dorian into the chair
King Cat.
and kind of like lean on the armrest type thing.
Does he start clawing up the chair? No.
It's digging into it.
He's holding back the urge to do so. You can see it on his face.
He's like, "This is my chair now, motherfucker."
Look at. Oh,
See
he
that
does have
in
like
his
the
face.
fucking mustache on.
I like to imagine me and Dante are like legs thrown over the side sitting, like legs over the armrest.
You like turn the throne backwards and then sit on it. Cool. That
Bring me your finest wenches. Do my homework.
That's a more. Do wizards even get
I
home?
would be very uncomfortable in that kind of
yeah.
chair.
You'd be doing like the splits.
Dante, you kind of have to scoot back a little bit to put your legs on either side, otherwise you'd have some problems in the basement. As you guys all sit in the thrones, all of the Eladrin and the Blossom Lady and the Dryads all kind of kneel.
I'll bow. I won't kneel though. Because I know them.
What
Who's
you will
scratching
do
his
is
head?
you'll light 2 blunts for this occasion.
You give one to Dorian.
No, it's not even a blunt. It's a cigar at this point. You're
Yeah, it's just somehow
proper.
cigar. Just
The Blossom Lady kind of ascends up the steps, and she says to you all, "Children of Earth, there is much to discuss."
guys gotta do politics. Suck it in.
Yeah, politics!
This is like
I call
this is
upon
my jam.
representative for politics, Julian.
I ain't saying
She
shit.
says-
I'm still on. Fuck that.
She says there will be time to run Fillory when all is said and done, but for now, we must deal with the matter at hand.
War!
War never
War
changes.
never changes.
We shall raise an
Let's
army.
get a bunch of guns.
Yeah, big
We
guns.
will build a
Big
wall.
I want Earthshaker artillery cannons.
Yes. And mechs and tanks.
I want an exterminatus.
I want an exterminatus caught on the Feywild.
I'm just going to let the trees take me in now. Have a good one.
Oh, you sound like a fucking hippie.
The Blossom Lady looks to Elliot, and she says, "Alright, what next?" And he kind of looks like taken aback, and he kind of like stares at the rest of you.
Oh,
We kill the Mothman. How? Well, that's all. That's up for you guys to figure out.
She says, "Do you have the Leo blade?"
Yeah,
Somewhere. I think I left it in my other jacket.
I think I grabbed
it's
it.
in the box. Yeah,
Yeah, I
got it.
think-
Just,
yeah,
would you believe that we left it in our other pants?
yeah.
Okay, so you have the box?
Yeah, I got tucked in my bag.
Alright.
Good, good. Everything.
She says, can one of you wield it?
Ha!
No.
No. I can't read.
It's the best.
It's hard to hear her from all the way back there.
You have no idea what she's talking about.
Yeah.
None of us can wield the blade. So, we kind of need to go to the sun guy to drink his blood or whatever.
The sun guy?
Well, I don't remember if it was sun or summer.
Summer.
Something to do with nature. Thank you.
She says, so you're going to Umber's tomb again?
What other options do we have?
She
Can we
shakes
just-
her head.
Do a bunch of sit-ups and crunches and hope that gets us strong enough?
Try.
She says there isn't time.
There's always
We
time
could
for a montage.
Try steal some other people's powers.
She says, the key to Ember's tomb is in the castle Thizron.
Then we'll go siege there or stealth in there, nick the key, and get to Shell City.
Save Mr. Krabs.
Question: Can you don't wear 2 crowns?
Save Mr.
I could just cast knock. Like, I need a key. We got that knock,
Wait.
boys.
Yeah, just knock, dude.
Yeah, it unlocks anything,
Clap on that door.
lad.
It does say non-magical, which is stupid.
What?
She says, there is an army at your disposal.
Perfect.
But apparently no armory to utilize.
Well, that's where I come in handy.
She says, well, only the royal armory is empty.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll just teach him how to make gunpowder, and we should be fine. I'll take the army. I guess.
She kind of she nods. She says the armory is only full of books, and now those are all gone.
and
The
armory. Wait, I think we're missing a point here.
She says
Books
the
can be
armory.
weapons.
The armory is the name of sort of library of combative magics castle.
Oh, so lame stuff. Okay. Yeah. Army can't use books to win.
Well,
Chunks
unless
of
you're
book
a
anyways,
wizard.
yeah. Yeah, I was about to say, hey, first of all, a wizard could could probably beat you to death with the right book. Also, you could literally beat someone to death with a book.
She says,
Sorry.
the army of Eladrin and centaurs is 1,000 strong.
That ain't
Okay.
much.
She shakes her head. She says, "It isn't."
Oh,
Have-
conscription!
Conscripts!
Oh, for God's sake.
No.
Front lines!
She says, "The creatures of Fillory are dwindling."
Conscript anyway!
I just look at Julian.
God damn.
Do you think we should, like, help with this?
No, I got plans. 1,000 men can still do a lot. What's the next matter of business?
turns to you, and he's just like deadpan expression. Like he doesn't even look at you. He's just kind of like looking where his head is facing, and he just shrugs.
What's up with you?
When you say that, he will like look out the corner of his eyes at you, and just squint a little.
What?
He'll shake his head.
I get, like, we're on, well, more than death's row, I suppose, but...
Bob kind of huddles up to try to be part of the conversation.
Hey, Bob.
He kind of gives a handed acknowledgement.
What of our siege
Mention the
equipment?
Blossom Lady.
Do we have trebuchets?
She shakes her head.
Okay. Do we have anything other than soldiers?
She says, "We have all of you."
Alright, I like our odds.
Do we have forges?
She nods.
Okay, I can make do with that.
We can work with this.
I gotta drop more designs though.
Just make a giant smooth bore barrel, and we'll shove a high velocity artillery around in it, and we'll see
by the
what
way.
happens.
Actually, most modern artillery is smoothbore, so
Also, I'm gonna also lose you. I'll toss you the gauntlet. Never got the time to give you this back.
thanks. This is a great moment to give it. I fully expect to lose. Actually doing what I'm doing right now.
To what?
Shit's bad here, man.
Something I am curious about, though, I start moving forward and away from Julian, but then start getting the fear of loneliness again and, like, nudge back. Blossom Lady person. Thing.
She turns around to you.
Tell me, do you remember us?
She smiles and she says, "Of course I do."
So you're powerful enough for the time loop thing.
He set it up.
She says, I am the time loop."
Oh. Wait, so you're the one...
You're fucking terrifying for your time loop.
She kind of disregards Elysia's statement, and she kind of glides down the stairs towards you, Leku.
Yeah, that's right. Run.
So, you're the reason why we're looping through this 1,000 times over?
She nods. She says,
So
"It has to be done."
Tell me, how many loops do we have left?
She says, "Not infinite, but if things don't go well, I can reset."
So then, you remember every loop.
She nods. She says, "It's a lot to keep track of, but bits and pieces do stand out."
What happened last time?
We all died.
Well,
At that, she nods. She says, "Things didn't go well. There weren't very many of you left."
okay, so why set up this whole crowning process?
It's power.
She says, unrelated to this whole incident with the Mothman, every collection of children from Earth who come to Fillory are crowned as its kings. This is a
Aw.
weird archaic system set up by Ember to select the rulers.
I sort of step to the side and kind of make a whole scenario where the Blossom Lady's looking at Leku, but like once he steps aside, her vision instantly aligns with Julian.
Oh, you bitch.
She smiles at him. And she doesn't say anything. She just looks at him.
What kind of smile?
You're gonna make an
Grin.
insight check.
I don't think the other would be able to see it because he's looking at the back of her head.
Yo has
just-
ways.
Yurtle's a vibe absorber, man. Like,
He absorbs vibes.
He's good telling the vibes.
Uh,
How do you think he deals with plants and telling what they're looking at?
Yurtle, you think she's giving him a very warm and nurturing smile.
Okay. We're not calling child services yet.
Julian wasn't listening at all to any of this. He's kind of just sitting there, like, chewing whatever is left of his fingernails. Like, just staring forward. Like, he doesn't even know that she's, like, looking at him.
Leica, you see her eyes drift to his lack of arm, and her smile kind of fades.
Okay. So, what is your relationship with him? And I just point back at Julian.
She says, I've guided him here.
But why? Like, I get the whole key thing, but what happened on the first loop to let you know?
She says, on the first loop, I didn't know.
Okay.
She says, on the first loop, we were all caught by surprise. Suddenly, the Mothman was at the school, and he killed everyone.
Where were you in that scenario?
She says, I was here.
I don't know.
All the Eladrin in the room are kind of looking like confused and like... they're not really saying anything, they're just kind of like observing what's going on. And the Blossom Lady gestures to all of them. And she says, all of us were dead. That's why I reset.
After being, like, referenced by name and being pointed at, I'm kind of just, like, staring at Leku.
I didn't really say your name, I just said him.
Oh, being pointed at is quite a...
Fair enough.
Rude gesture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't point at people, kids.
Yeah. I mean, we weren't even strong enough with Ember's help. So,
She says, right now it's the only thing we've been able to try.
I mean, what about you? You're not the same, are you? We can't do some weird... I become your weird vessel and become, like, awesome.
She kind of looks at you for a second.
There's no other gods around that are pissed off about this happening, that want some dude to become their champion to stop it.
She says, the Feywild is split into only the two sides, as it were. The summer and winter courts. She says the only two gods are Ember and Umber, but Umber is dead, and Ember is sealed.
Then what are you if they're gods?
She says, I'm an Archfey. I'm the appointed Summer Lady.
So you're able to control time? But they're not?
She shakes her head. She says, everything in the Summer Court has its counterpart in the Winter Court. The Duke of Winter has his own abilities regarding the flow of time.
One of them could be a really big dick if they wanted to, and just never let it be summer. Sorry, sidetrack.
She shakes her head. She says, in most of times, there's been balance, but winter has been usurped, so to speak.
So does the followers of Winter obey the
She nods.
Mothman now? Then why doesn't his time person change it?
She says he is the time person. He's the Duke of Winter.
Okay. So while it's summer, you control time. While it's winter, he controls time. Like,
She shakes-
what
she
are the
shakes her head.
rulings here?
She says it's complicated and vague, but our two powers, so to speak, are of a different sort.
Oh, so like that. Whatever. I'm getting a massive headache from this just by existing in this realm, in this form.
I think I think basically he can freeze time, and she can and reloop it. That's what it seems so far.
We can't just go back before the winter dude was eaten. Where does Mothman even come from? Just showed up? Ate some dude?
She says he was once just an archfey, but he consumed his king.
Why don't we go back before he consumed the king and consume the king ourselves?
Why would we want to consume someone?
She says, somewhat along the lines of what Leku was saying, I can only set a loop in certain points. What's done is done. I can't set another loop while this one is active.